Oh, I can hear banging. Hello, neighbors. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome back to the confession series. You guys absolutely love the people's diary, and I'm pretty happy to hear it because I also love this series. You guys were absolutely obsessed with my ex confessions, so I thought I have 9,000 more, let's go through them. I honestly cannot believe how many confessions we actually have right now. Completely exceeded my expectations with this series. I did not expect as many of you to get involved as you did, and I'm just forever thankful. So thank you for making the people's diary a thing, because without you I wouldn't be able to do it. So we're starting off pretty strong on this one. One of you confessed saying, I'm back texting my ex even though he has a girlfriend now. He tells me that he hopes we can rekindle things in the future, but do I continue texting him at the moment, or do I leave him alone? I cannot believe you're even asking this question personally, because it's an ex for a reason. You should never go back to an ex. Like, you ended for a reason. Do you get me? Also, the fact that he's got a new girlfriend, you should just respect that you don't do that. I don't know how else to drill it into your head. As soon as someone has a partner, whether they are an ex-lover or a future lover, not that you'd know that, but like if you like someone that's got a partner, just leave them the fuck alone. Like, it's not hard. You are contributing to many issues like cheating, so I feel so bad for the girlfriend. I think leave him alone. Not when I think, I'm telling you, begging you, leave him alone. Thanks. So this next confession does have talks of abuse, and I just want to give a trigger warning because I know that some people can be quite sensitive to that topic. So if this isn't something that you want to hear about, then just skip forward like a minute or so. I'll put a timestamp on the screen actually to make it easier for you. Hopefully the other confessions are easier for you to hear. I cheated on my partner with my ex-husband. Now, when I first read this, I literally was about to flip my shit just like I did with the previous confession, but I don't know, let's just dissect it a little bit because you need to hear this person out. So I got married young, and the marriage didn't work out because he was abusive and nasty, and I had no life with him. We have had to keep in contact because we have a child together, and one night he turned up at my home claiming that he wanted to see his child, but they were asleep. He made me feel so uncomfortable and told me that he would leave if we slept together. I tried to work my way out of it, but he belittled me and manipulated me until I let him get his own way as usual. I've kept my mouth shut on the whole situation, but it's just been eating away at me. I'm in love with my new partner beyond belief, and I've let him down. Okay, so personally, this is really difficult because obviously you have slept with another person whilst being with your husband, but you literally couldn't get out of that. Your ex-partner was abusive, belittled you, manipulated you, and this is what abusive people do. I never feel like you should feel bad for anything that an abusive person has put you through. Even if it's something that you didn't want to do but you ended up doing it because you just gave in, it's because you're scared. Like, they're an abusive person. So I don't think you should let this eat away at you at all. I definitely think you should tell your partner about it, just for someone to confide in about it and to get it off your chest. Obviously, if your new partner is good with you and good for you, they will understand. Obviously, I feel like it will be very difficult for them to hear because you have slept with somebody else, but they will help you get through this, I'm hoping anyway. I know for a fact that if somebody came to me and told me this, whether a friend or someone, this is exactly what I would say to them, and I'd just say it wasn't your fault. You really couldn't have helped that situation because of their abusive past and the person that they are, and I'm really sorry that you couldn't get out of that situation. I'm really sorry that you were even put in that situation to start with, from the past to present. Yeah, I think confide in your partner. Hopefully they will be there for you, and if not, sadly, they aren't the person for you, because your partner really should be there for you through things like that. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of advice, and again, I'm really sorry that that happened. I defended my ex when he was saying terrible things about someone's dead mum without knowing the extent of what he said, purely because I thought I was in love with him. I fell out of love with him without realizing, and I fooled myself. I was scared to stand up to him and regretted it ever since. This is so difficult because I feel like when you're in a relationship with someone, you do just think the world of them. Like, you would just believe anything they say, and when it's something as serious as that, I mean, even friends, I'd defend them regardless. Like, even if I didn't know what they said, as soon as it happens, I would defend them and be like, they would never do that, because of course you wouldn't want to think that the person you are with is saying horrible things about someone's deceased family member, because that is absolutely disgusting, especially to the person's face. Do you know what I mean? So I'd probably have done the same thing in any scenario. If it's someone that I love and care about, I would defend them in an instant, and then afterwards finding out that they actually said those things, I literally would be pretty embarrassed. It would be very embarrassing, but I don't think you can blame yourself there. You were just doing what you thought was right. If anything, they should be embarrassed, okay? I think one of my friends cheated on his girlfriend with me. He said they broke up and we went back to being friends with benefits, but I've also been told by others that they're still together. What a I feel like I've seen this quite commonly with confessions. People sleeping with someone and being told that they're single and then later finding out they've got a girlfriend. It's like the TikToks, and it's people saying, please help me find the boy that I got with in Kavos or Mali or Ayia Napa, and then it turns out they have a girlfriend. I'm not just saying it's boys, girls also do it too. Everyone is sneaky in their own way, sadly. Not me, I'm not sneaky, but I just mean it's not just boys that are little shits, girls are too. And sadly, you have wound up in one of those situations. I personally think ask the girlfriend if they were together. I mean, if I was the girlfriend, I'd want to know that my partner had cheated on me. So just be like, just out of curiosity, no, you probably don't want to hear about this, probably don't want to know that I've slept with your boyfriend, but I just wondered because I need to get it off my conscience. It would be really awkward if she doesn't know that you slept together and you have to tell her, because I just think situations like that are weird. I wouldn't want anyone coming to me now being like, I've slept with your boyfriend. I don't want to know, do you know what I mean? Just makes me feel a bit weird. So if she doesn't know, maybe not ask, just leave her to her own devices. But it's also really annoying because I think you should tell her. It's really difficult, you're gonna hurt her either way. But if she does know, then just ask dates. She already knows you've slept together, it's completely fine. I slept with a guy who I was seeing for about 2 months and we had sex on the first date. When he finished, he literally looked me in the eyes and said, I love you, and then proceeded to ask me not to hurt him. I go on holiday the next month and he cheats on me. And the way he told me was, I've got chlamydia and you're the only girl that I've slept with. Knowing fully well that I was 100% clean before sleeping with him. I still had the text to prove it. Do you know what? I'm just gonna butt in this little confession. I'm so glad you did that. I also am the type of person that keeps my records whenever I get tested for anything, just because I'd never ever want someone to come back to me and be like, this happened. No, you didn't. I'm 100% clean, I know for a fact. Anyway, let's move on. His reply was, yeah, I slept with another girl, but can you just get the treatment? It's no big deal. Even though you were like together? Did he not even try and apologize? This is how young me learned to never fuck with guys who are more concerned about their Instagram followers and commenting love heart emojis on other girls' pictures than he is keeping his penis wrapped when at a festival. I should have used protection. That is really sad that you didn't use protection. Please always use protection, especially with people that you've only just met. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know sometimes it's difficult. I know everyone says, oh, but I was drunk, but come on, just keep one in your purse, wear protection, won't have to deal with STDs. Wow, I'm a sexual health nurse. Basically, so I slept with my ex's best mate, but my ex isn't the problem. This is new. This guy had this close girlfriend, which was clear there was nothing more, and that's what I thought, is he told me she was lesbian and they were not together. Oh my god. A couple of weeks after we slept together, they got... Sorry, I was just checking. I didn't have sweat patches. But a couple of weeks after we slept together, they got together. So obviously I was confused. And then a month after, I looked at his Insta and suddenly the date in his bio when they got together was before we slept together, and now I'm confused and I feel so awful for her. Oh, f***ing fuck. See, same situation, because you got told they weren't in a relationship. I also think it's a bit weird that it's your ex's best mate. I don't think you should ever do that. That's really shady. Don't be bitter. Obviously, if you just liked them and it happened, then cool. Relationship, well, I don't even know. I don't want to get onto that topic because I don't even know what to say. I'm just baffled that you slept with your ex's best mate. But I'm also baffled at the fact that he lied. Saying she was a lesbian, that is such a cop-out way to hide the fact that he had a girlfriend. Because you instantly would just be like, oh, cool, okay, yeah, like, even if you hang out, I don't really mind. Like, she could kiss you on the cheek, I wouldn't even think of it because she's a lesbian, she's not interested in your gender. Again, I think you should tell her. I think you should always tell someone if you find out that their partner is cheating on them, especially if it's you. You got all the facts and figures missing, so go tell them. So basically, my ex-boyfriend sat with my cousin whilst we were together and got her pregnant, and she then ran away. I feel kind of bad about it, but to get back at him, I slept with his brother. Am I just not following this story? My ex-boyfriend sat with my cousin while you were together, okay? She got pregnant, ran away. Curious to know if she kept the kid. And then to get back at him, you slept with his brother. Right. You really like to keep it in the family. This is a mess. I don't want to talk about this confession. It's all just very messy. I feel like you should leave it in the past. What's done is done. Forget that's happened. Possibly move town. Maybe state. Don't know if you're American. City. Move country. Forget everything. Leave everyone behind. Yeah. When I was with my ex-boyfriend, who I thought was way too good for me, I was too scared he was going to leave me. I was also going through that period of wanting a baby, even though I was only 18. So I decided to stop taking my birth control and have sex with him without a condom. Well, that backfired because instead of getting pregnant, I got gonorrhea because it turns out he was cheating on me, and well, he ended up getting the other girl pregnant. Do you know what? That's fucking karma. That is karma for taking yourself off birth control and sleeping with him without protection, without his consent. That is dreadful. I'm not saying I'm happy you got gonorrhea, but I'm just saying that's the universe doing its magic. I'm not saying you deserve to be cheated on. The universe works in mysterious ways, Miss Thing. Me and my ex broke up over a year ago and are still friends as we have the same friendship group, but we keep hooking up every few months. Yeah, you're not broken up, hun. I'd love to tell you that you are, but you're not. You are technically still together if you're still sleeping with them. Because why are you still sleeping with them? Ew. They're an ex for a reason. I always say never go back to exes. I think you need to leave that one in 1975. My ex, we were engaged and together for 2 whole years. Jesus, 2 whole years. Only decided to tell me that his grandparents were cousins 6 months in. I lived with his nan. I love the aggression in this confession. It's great. I stuttered so much then. Am I okay? Do I need a breather? Let's have a drink. I honestly think that moment was worse than when he compulsively lied about having Tinder and talking to my friends. What a fucking shithead. Let me just have a quick sip. Thank you, thank you. I would be absolutely mortified if my boyfriend turned around to me and was like, by the way, my whole family's related. We're completely incest. Because when I have kids in the future, that can cause a lot of complications. I need to know this shit beforehand. Mama, tell me, do your grandparents have the same parents? I need to know. You know what I'm saying? My ex and I would do stuff together whilst he still had a girlfriend, and I justified it with the fact that she was probably cheating on him too. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Stop it. This went on for about a year before I came to my senses and called it off. I still feel super shit about it, and he's my best friend's brother. Ugh. So I still have to see him all the time, and he keeps making moves on me. I was just about to be like, why would you date your best friend's brother? But then we've already gone over that. You love who you love, you can't help it. Also, maybe you just became best friends with her from dating him. I don't know, maybe that happened. The main problem here is obviously the fact that you did stuff with him while he had a girlfriend. I mean, we've seen it a lot in these confession series, people sleeping with their best mates' boyfriends, or people sleeping with their brothers' girlfriends, sisters, partners. Like, it's all a bit fucking messy if you ask me. I just don't understand how you can find anyone attractive when you're 1 with someone, 2 they're with someone else. They just automatically become unattractive. Like, I just don't understand the logic, don't understand the mindset, don't understand why you would want to get with someone that's already with somebody else, because that is so heart-wrenching. And also, yeah, you're saying you feel super shit about it, but you felt fine with it for a year. I don't feel sorry for you if that's what you're looking for. I'm not gonna be like, oh babe, it's completely fine, don't stress yourself about it, he was your ex, so I completely get it. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. You knew you had a girlfriend, and you even told me that you justified it in your head. So I feel no sympathy, nothing, no, absolutely not. Oh, this one's a big one. A couple of weeks ago, I was on Snap. My ex-boyfriend sent me a dick pic, and then he said he wanted me to send nudes. Why do people send nudes again? We thought they were toxic. I said no because I didn't want to break up the relationship he was in. Good, I'm very glad to hear. He then said he was going to break up with the girl. I told my best friend about it, and she said that he also asked her for nudes. Turns out he had asked all of my friendship group, and the girl he was dating was a part of that friendship group. I told her, we sent her off to break up with him. He came back with some bullshit excuse, and she didn't break up with him. Oh, are we surprised? No, because why? Manipulation. That's what Cleo. Not even a week later, he sent my older sister a dick pic, asked for nudes, and said he was going to break up with the girl he was with. I told the girl he was with again. She broke up with him, and then 2 days ago they got back together. See, oh, this is so difficult, because on one hand he's definitely manipulating her into that situation to not leave and being like, I'll never do it again, I promise, I love you, all of that shit. But then on the other hand, she's not listening. She doesn't want to listen, okay? She's like, oh, but he didn't actually do anything. Like, he didn't sleep with anyone, he didn't kiss anyone, he just sent a few photos. Like, it's not that bad, I'll stay with him. No. I also can't judge. I don't know the relationship. He could be really manipulative, he could be anything. He could be a real nasty piece of work. We don't know. So I can't fully judge the situation. But from the context you've given me, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, thank you. Me and my friends met up one day as a massive group and gathered in my friend's shed, and we thought it would be a good idea to catfish the boys in my school. I just got real scared right then because I thought there was a ghost. It's real scaring me. I'm real scared right now. I think I'm okay. I was the only one who went to the school, and they messaged my ex-boyfriend, sending him pictures of their knees with bras on for a laugh, joking about it, saying we would give him something more if he sent back something. After that, we then received his penis, where all of us saw. That's good, okay. This was in year 7, and I sit next to him in most lessons, and he still doesn't know. I was gonna say, you sound very young. Kind of gross out that you've seen that at that age, but from the whole pictures of knees with bras on, for sure, very immature mindset, very, very young. I wouldn't tell him. That's very embarrassing for him, but it's a bit shitty on your friends. I don't know why you'd even think that was a good idea. As you said at the start, you were in year 7. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen. Pretend it didn't happen, babes. It didn't happen. Anything before year 9 didn't happen. I was ill for weeks and constantly throwing up, and I thought it was my lactose intolerance. My mum took me to the doctors, asked if I was pregnant, and I told her there was absolutely no chance. I was on the pill, and my ovaries don't work properly anyways. I always say this, like, ladies, you completely get this if you have issues issues there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always just like, no, there's no way I can be pregnant because I'm on the pill and my ovaries are completely f***ed regardless. But as we can tell from this confession, as I will continue reading it, we always need to have pregnancy tests. Okay, the doctor couldn't figure out what was wrong, so she made me take a pregnancy test just to rule it out. Plot fucking twist, she was pregnant, guys. Were you expecting it? I don't know, apparently not. Luckily, I had an ultrasound scheduled for the day after to be screened for cysts in my ovaries. I told the ultrasound nurse that I was pregnant and she told me that I was 8 weeks gone. That's 2 months. I had been pregnant for 2 months and I didn't know. I was literally being screened for possibilities for cysts that had stopped my periods. My ex, my mum and I dealt with the situation together, having to travel 200 miles to get specialist surgery, and I was absolutely traumatized. To this day, my mum, his mum, Nan, who I live with, and my step-parents still don't know, and I don't think they ever will. Oh my goodness me. I mean, I'm very glad that you were in a country where they allowed you to make your own decision on that. I'm very happy to hear, and I'm happy to hear that you're okay, but this is why you should always take a pregnancy test if you have any kind of suspicion, because that's so worrying. I'm in the same position as you, and I'm always just like, there's no way that I could be pregnant. There's no way that I could be pregnant. And now you've set a fire in me that is making me scared. No, I'm not late, guys, don't you stress. I am actually not pregnant, but you're making me real scared out here. I'm gonna get on top of my pill, I'll tell you that for a fact. I lived in a shared house with my ex and his family, and someone had just gone in the shower and I was desperate for a shit. I emptied my plastic bin and I shit in it. I cried my eyes out until the bathroom became free and emptied it and disinfected it. I'm still crying. I'm curious, are you crying because you live with your ex and his whole family, or are you crying because you shat in a bin? I can't say I've shat in a bin. Definitely have shit myself, but I can't say I've shat in a bin. I haven't cried about it though. These things happen. Life is life. Don't cry about it if you're crying about shitting in a bin, but I know I haven't cried if you're crying about being with your ex. A bit weird. I got really drunk at a party once and hooked up with this guy, and I decided to film some of it to prove to my friends that I had gotten over my ex, who I had just been dumped by. Can I just say, you are definitely not over your ex if you're filming it to show your friends. Just saying. At school the following Monday, I decided to show my best friend and some of the other people who was at our table, and it turns out the guy that I had gotten with was the brother of one of the girls at the table, and he had a girlfriend. Your life. Oh my god. He was also 24 and I'm 16. How on earth was a 24-year-old at a party with 16-year-olds? Unless obviously it was the sister's party. That would make a lot of sense because obviously her brother would be there. But if not, what was he there for? Bit fucking weird. I DM'd him after finding out who he was to try to confront him that he hooked up with me whilst having a girlfriend. But somehow it turned into us meeting up for regular sex. If this video has taught me anything, it's that you are all pieces of shit. Not all of you in the confessions, I do apologize, but the ones that are sleeping with people with girlfriends or partners, come on, walking here banging, hello neighbors. Why would you do that? It's the same thing over and over again. There's so many bad people in this world, I just can't even deal with it. So groupie girls, that is it for today's video. If you do enjoy the confession series and you want to get involved yourself, then the link for the People's Diary is in the link tree in the description. There you can also find my Tub Talks. That is basically a series on my channel where I answer all of your dilemmas, try and give you a little bit of advice, and I don't judge you as hard as I do in the People's Diary. So if you do want to get anything off your chest, then yeah, go down to the forum and go absolutely wild. Thank you again for taking part if you have. I know it's anonymous, but I don't know. It's real sweet that you open up to me and I really appreciate it. If you want to check out my Instagram, it will be on the screen. If you also want to check out my Vinted, that's where I'm selling a lot of stuff lately. I have just done a whole wardrobe debunk, so there's going to be some new items over there at the min. I'm also selling some of my boyfriend's clothes. I don't really have a big male audience, but my confession series does. So if there's any males watching and you want to buy some groovy garms, then head over to my Vinted. Also, if you're, I don't know, a girl and you want to wear some cool joggers, then also head over. Because it's unisex, people. It's unisex. I am absolutely sweating bollocks, but I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video, guys.